Hi everybody, welcome to your strength-based yoga class. We're going to start in a seated, easy posture, taking a few deep breaths in and out through your nose. So you can join me, get comfortable, allow your palms to face up towards the sky. And if it's available to you, you can close your eyes down or just focus on one point in front of you. And start to just become aware of your body in this moment. And as you become aware of your physical body, start to also tune into your breath. The rise and fall of your inhale and exhale. And then allow that breath to drop down to the belly button. We're going to take a round of deep breathing starting from the belly. So try to focus your attention on the navel. You can imagine white light streaming through the belly button if that's helpful. We're going to start our inhale, holding your attention on the belly right now. Inhale fully through the nose. Exhale, when it's full, all the way back down to the belly button. Inhale fully. And release it back down. Inhale, hold at the top of this inhale. Hold the breath for a moment and relax the body as you hold, and then gently release through the nostrils. 3 more. Inhale, hold at the top, and then exhale. Last 2. Inhale, hold, and release. Last one. Inhale, hold for a moment, and then release. When you're ready, flutter your eyes open. We are going to be in a pigeon pose. You've been here before, but to talk you through it again, you can start in a quadruped position. Inhale, reach the right leg long behind you, and on the exhale, bring that right leg through the body and across so that your shin is at a parallel angle to the mat in front of you, or maybe there's a window or wall in front of you. And what we're looking to find is a deep stretch in this outer hip and outer glute area. So stay lifted for a moment, really focusing on finding the position that opens up that glute. So energetically pull the right hip back slightly as you pull the left hip forward slightly, imagining that your hips have headlights on them and they are facing straight forward. Stay lifted, and then if and only if it's available and comfortable to your body, you can start to lower onto your forearms. This just intensifies the stretch. Make sure wherever you are that bent foot, the foot of the bent leg, is deeply flexed. Toes are deeply flexed. Stay here for a few rounds of breath, just warming up the body. Feeling deeply into your stretch. 1 more breath cycle. And on the exhale, start to walk those hands back up. Tuck the toes of the left leg, lifting the knee off the ground so there's space to take that right leg behind you. Now take any movement just to open up that hip one more time that feels comfortable. And when you're ready, inhale, lift the opposite leg, the left leg high. And on the exhale, bring it through the body and across. Just like that. Stay lifted high through the chest at first to make sure that those hips are in alignment. Deeply flexing the foot that is attached to the leg being stretched. And if it's available to you, you can start to walk your hands down towards the mat. If it's not available to your physical body at this point in time to do this, that's perfectly okay. Holding here is how you open up space within those muscles, within the tissues to eventually allow you to go deeper. So wherever you are, just arrive, connect with your breath. Take 3 more breath cycles here. And then when you're ready, tuck those right toes under, lifting your hands up, creating space enough for the opposite leg, the left leg, to come back out. Now just take some movement that's intuitive to you. Stretch out, and if you want to take some hip circles side to side, pressing back onto the palms, go ahead and do that now. Resting here. And meeting me in a downward dog position. Now remember, in downward dog, you want to find a position where your torso can rest on the thighs. So if that means you need to put a deep bend in your legs, do that.
rather than jamming up through the shoulders. If you need to step your feet wider in down dog, that's okay too. But make sure that the torso is reaching towards the thighs as if your body is an A-framed house. And from here we find movement. Inhale, lift. Exhale, move into plank. In plank, arrive, and inhale, press to down dog. Back to plank on the exhale. And back to down dog. Keep going, finding a flow here, breath to movement at your own pace. Now this should be lighting up your body. You should be staying in your work zone. Feeling your abs contracting deeply, thighs contracting when you come into plank. There it is. Breathe. And one more, maybe in plank, hold in stillness here, coming onto the balls of your feet. Zip up through the thighs, zip up through the glutes, zip up through the abdomen. Pull the shoulders away from the ears and press off the ground. Lift higher and exhale, press to three-legged dog, lifting the right leg high. On your exhale, bring the toe between the hands, coming into a high lunge position. Hold here for just a moment. Optional twist here if it's available to you, planting the left hand down. So left hand and right foot are on the mat. The right hands extend overhead. Now replant that right foot. Balance on the left ball of foot as you inhale, lift to a high crescent lunge. All right, right here, you've been here before. Tuck the tail, navel to the spine. From here, hands can come to prayer, or they can come overhead. We're actually twisting our body rather than opening to the side that our legs are opening. We're twisting across the body. So your right leg is bent in front of you. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take the right hand behind you. Left hand stays in front of you. So you're actually twisting across the body. And that left leg is extending very straight and strong, holding here. Deeply bend, finding breath to movement right here. Inhale, lift and extend. Exhale, drop it down. That back leg stays strong and straight the whole time. You're bending through your right quad. Here we go. Exhale, inhale, exhale, and inhale. Find it with me, pulling the navel in. Arms are out strong, lightening through the fingertips. 4, 3, 2, 1, hold the low, hold here. Bring it back to your crescent. Exhale, back to the twist. Inhale, back to crescent, and back to the twist. You've got this. 3 more. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, twist. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, twist. Come back to the crescent lunge. We are opening to a warrior 2. So my back will turn to you. Transition, shifting on the foot. Right leg is still facing forward. We've just moved on to the knife edge of our left foot. Now I'm going to change direction so you can see me facing forward. Here we are in warrior 2. Hold here. Go deeper, making sure your knee is not jetting out over the ankle. It's in line, creating a 90-degree. Navel to the spine. There's a lot of work happening in the inner thighs right here. Breath to movement with me. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Don't forget about that standing leg. Firm up through that glute. Lift and press. If you want to add weights here at any time, you can. Lift and lower. If you have weights, I recommend no more than 3 pounds. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back down into that warrior 2. We're reaching forward over the bent leg, and we're coming into an extended side angle. So reach forward and drop those fingertips towards the ground. Your hand never actually plants onto the ground because that causes us to collapse. Lift. It's as if you're holding a beach ball with your side body between your abs and your thigh. Lift. Up level, you actually hold out in front of you as if you have another beach ball right here. You hold a beach ball here and a beach ball here. There it is. Pull the shoulder away from the ear. Here we go. Holding deeper. Breathe. This is where you strengthen and tone. It's in these deep holds. Switching sides. 1 more breath cycle in and out. Lift up. Coming into 5-pointed star. Heels are in, toes are out, hands are up wide. Just lift. Exhale, squat down as the hands come through heart center. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Here we go. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Option to releve. Inhale, lift and drop. Inhale, lift and drop. 2 more. Lift and drop. Lift and drop. From here, we'll be rotating back over into the crescent lunge position for whichever leg you have not already stretched, okay? So rotate wherever it is so that your opposite leg is now extended long into that high crescent pose where we began. You've got this. Lifting high, moving the other direction with our breath. The movement, exhale, drop the torso over side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Inhale, lift. Navel stays pulling to spine the whole time. Moving with your breath. Stay high on the balls of your extended foot. You've got this. Lift and lower. 2 more. Lift and lower. Last one. Hold the high. Hold it here. We're going to twist. So exhale, take the hand behind you, twisting across the body. I'm switching directions again so you can see me. Here we are, twisting the body. All right, breathe, hold. You've got this. Coming from here, reaching down and up, finding those pulses again. It should be on the opposite leg that's bent now. Lift on the inhale, exhale on the drop. Now keep that back leg extended. Sometimes I like to drop into a double 90. Both knees drop towards the ground. This one, try to focus on that front hip only. It's just going to intensify the stretch and the strengthening in this area, that single glute. 3 more. Down and press. Arms stay strong. Last one. Now rotate into your warrior 2. You've got this. I'm just switching over so I'm always facing you. Here we go. Warrior 2 pose. Holding here, holding deeply. Breath to movement right here. Inhale, straighten and lift. Exhale, press it down. You've got it. Lift and press. Lift and press. Now focus up on the navel. Can it pull in deeper? Can you tuck your tail even more? Don't let that booty pop out. You're not at the club right now. Lift and lower. Press and sink. Press, sink for 2 more. Lift, lower, lift. Now hold it down. Get even deeper. Can you find your knee at a 90-degree angle? Arms stay long. You've got this. Holding here, coming back into our 5-pointed star in 2 breath cycles. So inhale fully and expand. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Next inhale, turn the toes. Both toes out, both heels in. 5-pointed star. All right? Here we go. We come down on the exhale. Lift on the inhale. Down and lift. Option to releve right here. So you drop and releve, drop and releve, down, lift, down and lift, exhale, inhale, exhale and inhale. You've got this, keep it going. Can you feel the power growing within you? That fire turn on as you reach up above you. Imagine you're reaching for that higher power, the higher power of strength, of confidence, right? Just reach for it. What do you need today? It's right there, right above you. Grab it and pull it in. Here we go. Really pulling all of that strength back into your body, coming back to our warrior 2 in 3, in 2, and 1. Hold it down, extend the arms. Now rotate one foot out, the opposite knee back out into your warrior 2. Get there gracefully, as intuitively as you can. Here we go. Inhale, reach left fingertips forward, reaching down to the ground, hands come overhead. We're back in this side angle pose. Find yourself here, that bent leg. is still bent. Navel still pulls to the spine. Hands are reaching. Remember, you're holding a beach ball between your tricep and your side body. Lift. Now, take the hands to the side. You're holding a beach ball up here. Hold. Sink deeper and breathe. It's temporary. You've got this. Breathe. Back to 5-pointed star as a transition in 2 breath cycles. And lift back up. Coming back into our deep goddess temple pose, holding here with the hands at heart center. Take your hands down to the inner knees and we stretch. Inhale, drop one shoulder down, creating a twist in the back. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, drop it down. Opposite side, creating the stretch. Come back to center and just find some movement side to side. Side to side. All right. Holding here. Find your stillness. Reach the shoulders away from the ears. Hands come to heart center. Start to toe heel your feet into a parallel position. We're coming into a chair pose right here. So you want to be torso reaching towards the ground, not collapsing or hunched. Lift and press. Press those palms together to create an opening in the heart. Here we are. Zip up those thighs together. Sink lower in the chair. You're holding here. Keep breathing. This is where you connect with your breath. This is where you go deeper. This is where you feel the intensity in your legs. You've got this. Inhale, lift. Exhale, go deeper. Hold for one more breath. Inhale, rise to stand. Mountain pose, hand comes overhead. Inhale, swan dive forward to a forward fold. Grab opposite hands, ragdoll pose. Holding here, let the head hang. And plant those fingertips down on the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, pulling the navel to the spine. Your back is neutral. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift all the way back to standing, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center, back to chair. Here we go. Hold it here. Hands can stay at heart center or they can reach by your ears. Inhale, we lift onto the balls of the feet, a releve. Exhale, down. You can bring the hands to heart and then back over to the ears. You can also take your hands behind you and then back to heart. Find whatever works for you, working the twitch muscles in our ankles, in our feet, and of course in our calves. You've got this. Inhale and exhale. Coming back into mountain pose in 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the chair. Inhale, lift to rise. Hands come overhead. Exhale, fold over. Let the head hang. Walk your legs out right and left, right and left. Walk your hands slightly forward. Find yourself in a plank. Go straight to down dog or take a chaturanga if you know it. Chaturanga looks like doing a half tricep push-up, then pushing your weight forward and coming up into an upward dog. Tuck those toes back under, press into down dog. Meet me here. Inhale, lift the right leg high, open up the hips, creating a stretch, and bring it back down. Inhale, lift the opposite leg high, creating an opening in the hips, stretch it out. Both feet back down. Look, come onto your tiptoes and look at your hands. Walk, step, or hop up to the top of your mat so your feet meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And fold. Lift all the way up to standing. Hands come above the head. And through heart center, find yourself in chair. Once more, you've done this now. Make it your deepest. Make it your strongest. Sink lower. Open through the chest. We've got a few taps back to a lunge. Here we go. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap the right foot back. Inhale, bring it straight back. Here we go. Right is back. Then it comes to center, back, and center, back, center, taps, and forward. You're just kissing the mat with that right ball of foot. We're clearly holding through the left side body. A deep hold here. Keep it going. Keep pressing. 4, 3, 2, hold the back, take the arms back behind you. If it's available to you, reach into an airplane posture, warrior 3, holding here, navel tucking to the spine, toes are deeply pointed behind me, arms are shooting back behind me, practicing our balance here. Hands can come to heart center or stay behind you for one more breath cycle. Inhale, on the exhale, press back. Lift up, quick release, and then meet back in chair. Here we go. Pressing those hands in towards one another, opening through the heart. We step the left toes back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step it back and bring it forward. Kiss it back and forward. Become mindful of your right leg. You want to hold a bend. How deeply you bend through that right leg depends on your body, your fitness level, and how you're feeling today. If you want to take your hands to the hips, you can. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, now hold the back, root down through the right heel, inhale, lift into your warrior 3, your airplane position. Hands can come behind you, hands can be at the chest or at the hips, holding here, inhale, lift, exhale, press it back, stretch it out, and bring your feet together, standing pose. Inhale, lift hands overhead. Exhale, slight bend in the knees, coming into a gentle back bend with your arms in a cactus pose. Inhale, lift. 3 more times. Exhale, bend and open, and reach. Exhale, bend and open. Now reach. Last one. Bend, open, stretch really tall back up, and take the hands down by the side. Practicing our balance here, you've been here before, coming into a tree pose. Take all of the weight over into your left foot. When you reach your weight over, don't sink, right? Don't plop, stay lifted. So your weight shifts, but I'm still lifted through my thighs, my hamstrings, and my glutes, and my core is supporting me in doing that. Root down as you lift up. Now start to bring the right heel in towards the shin, right knee points out, and you start to find your balance. Resting the right foot on the shin or on the upper thigh. Now, if you have pants on, your foot might slide. If you have socks against pants, it might slide, but just do your best. Now, the purpose of this posture is to really give you an opportunity to connect with ease and effort at one time, because you should feel very stable and strong in that standing leg because of all that work we just did. All those cues I gave you of lifting and firming through the leg and through the abs should give you the stability you need to then balance on just one side. At the same time, find some of the effort that comes from letting go. Find some curiosity here. Maybe you open your arms out wide. Maybe you take your hands to your hips, but you close down the eyes, even if it's just for 1 second. What does it feel like to let go a little bit? And when you're ready, bring the knee back in, drive it up high, and then rest it down. There it is. Take a few shakes with that opposite ankle that was just supporting your weight. And when you're ready, shift over to the opposite side, but stay lifted. Lift through the thigh, lift through the hamstring, and pull the navel back into the spine. That's what gives us the grounding we need. When you're ready, inhale, toe out, knee out to an angle, toes out to an angle, and then find your balance. Find your tree pose. Root down through that standing leg heel, but stay lifted. And this is a great application to life. So often, our posture becomes compromised when we're not consciously aware of what we're doing. So we might slouch to one side. We might put our weight overly into our pelvis, and we kind of stay hunched like this. This posture is great for helping you correct that posture day to day. So lift higher, tuck the tail, navel to the spine, stay lifted in the glutes. Imagine someone came up behind you with permission and grabbed your booty and gave it a little lift. That's what you want. Lift out of the thigh and play. Remember, avoiding the kneecap with your foot. Find your moment of play, your moment of curiosity, of letting go and of taking a risk. Holding here. And then bring the knee in and down. Shake it out, find any pedaling out motion side to side. We'll be coming onto our seats, so you can find your way there intuitively or join me by inhaling, lifting high into mountain pose, swan diving forward into a forward fold, taking a quick pause in ragdoll, and then eventually reaching all the way down onto your booty. Extending these legs long. We're going to remove any space from our sit bones that we have, so we're really firmly planted into the ground. Now tucking the navel in the whole time, lift your hands over your head, heart shining forward, chin parallel to the ground. Exhale, start to reach those hands forward. As those hands reach forward, your heart shoots forward. So we're not rounding or hunching in our back, and we're not scooping forward. We're just simply allowing those hands to come parallel to the ground. And wherever your hands naturally reach, let them drop down. All right. Then start to work your way, if it's available to you, towards your ankles and eventually to your toes, okay? If your hands only come to your shins or maybe to your knees, it's okay. That's why you're doing this. Remember, yoga is a practice. Practice means you show up exactly as you are and you do so unapologetically. So let yourself be in this body right now, no matter how sore, how flexible or inflexible you might feel. Remember your mantra, I am what I seek. Connect with what you want right now. What are you seeking today? And find it now as you hold and breathe. Inhale, lift, and now exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine, curling over, draping your body over your thighs. Holding here, really creating a deep stretch through the hamstrings. If you have tight hamstrings, strong hamstrings like me, you're likely feeling it. If you're someone who's very flexible, you might have a lot of reach with your arms. So make sure you're pulling back and focusing on your form. Can you lift through the navel even more? Can you open through the chest? Can you open through the sacrum as you reach forward? All right, every body has something to learn. It's not about just being the bendy, flexible body. Even if you naturally have a bendy, flexible body, you want to be focusing on building your strength and awareness in some capacity. And that's what makes yoga beautiful. Inhale, start to walk your hands up your legs, coming into a twist here. So keep the left leg extended long. Inhale, bring the right leg up and over the left thigh. Take the right hand behind you. Inhale, lift the left arm high. Left elbow comes to the outside of the right knee so that you can twist. Now, you've heard this before. We want to make sure we're not craning in our neck. The twist is not about the upper body. The twist is coming from the navel, as if your belly button were the center point of a sponge that's being wrung out right now. So twist from the navel, and that twist automatically moves your shoulder back a little bit more. Keep the upper back very open, as if I came behind you and swept my hands along your collarbone. There it is. One more breath. Exhale, unwind. And we're gonna go right into the other side. So inhale, lift that left leg up and over the right. Inhale, the right hand high, and bring it over to the outside of the left knee. There it is, twist. The twist comes from the navel. Inhale, lift, exhale, twist. Holding here. Only moving the neck back as far as is comfortable. And release. Take those legs long one more time. Shift your weight as needed and meet me on your back. We're going to take a quick round of crunches here. So you can cross the legs or keep them at a tabletop, but have them at a 90 degree. Hands come behind the neck. We start our crunches right here. Lift and lower. Now remember, only your navel is lifting. It's not coming from your neck muscles. If your neck is strained right now, relax it into your hands. Lift the shoulder blades higher off the ground so you have a smaller range of motion and you're just lifting a tiny bit from the navel. Press the lower back into the ground as you lift. So just as much as you're trying to lift, you're also pressing down with the belly button. You've got this. 10 more. 6 more. 3, 2, and 1. Extend the legs up overhead and slowly lower them down, preparing for your Savasana. Hands come up towards the ceiling, resting here. Remember, if you would like to do anything more before your Savasana, you can pause the video, you can do additional stretches, you can continue working your core a bit, using exercises from your HIIT videos or any other experience that you have. When you're ready though, join us in Savasana. Let the body relax, let the toes fall out to the sides, the palms are facing up. You can close your eyes and just relax. And as you relax in this resting posture, express gratitude for yourself, whether it's something in your physical body, one of your personality traits, something that you've really been working hard for lately. Express gratitude for that. And as you lay in your resting pose, just let that thing, that part of you, become present. Let it emanate out of you, in front of you, behind you, and all around you. Trust in yourself, that you have the ability, you have the courage and the strength that it takes to improve yourself, to grow, and to become the individual that you want to be. It's in the process of consciously becoming aware of who we are that we learn so much about the experiences we've been through in the past. We can see ourselves from a greater perspective, and we can have compassion for who we've been at different points in our life. And when you can see yourself compassionately in the past, then you can arrive in the present with clarity so that you can move forward with confidence and strength. Continue to rest here for as long as you would like. Thank you so much for joining us today. We can't wait to see you tomorrow.